Hey everyone, ready for another deep dive? Today we're tackling something a little different.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not a book this time, it's actually a checklist.
interesting. A checklist for what?
Writing a book. It's Carma Spence's Write Book Roadmap Checklist, and she offers it for free. All you have to do is give her your email address. But we're going to break down some of the key points for you today. So you don't have to go through all 82 steps yourself. Unless you want to, of course.
82 steps, huh? That sounds pretty comprehensive. What kind of stuff does it cover?
Pretty much everything you can think of. It's broken down into 8 phases, which really takes you from that initial idea all the way to promoting your finished book.
8 phases. Wow, that's really breaking it down. So walk me through it. What's the first phase?
The first one's called Dream It and Define It. It's all about setting the stage, figuring out why you're writing this book in the first place.
Getting clear on your goals. That makes sense. You don't want to just wander around aimlessly in the world of book writing.
Exactly. And that's what I love about step 1. Karma actually has you decide on your primary goal for the book right off the bat. Do you want to build your authority? Grow your business? Attract new clients?
Oh, I like that. Purpose-driven writing. It makes the whole process more intentional, right?
Definitely. And it ties into step 6 beautifully.
Which is?
Defining the transformation or key takeaway you want your readers to experience. It's not just about writing a book, it's about making a real impact.
So you're saying you're giving readers a roadmap to their own growth. That's a powerful way to look at it.
It is. Okay, so then we move on to phase 2. Plan it and plot it.
Sounds like where the rubber meets the road.
Yeah.
Or the pen meets the paper, as it were.
Well, not quite yet. This phase is all about structure and planning.
Like creating an outline.
Yep. Step 13 is all about that.
Yeah.
Karma even gets into visuals, like if your book needs charts or illustrations. She even points out that visuals can complicate the publishing process, so it's something to think about carefully.
I hadn't thought about that, but yeah, visuals add a whole other layer of complexity.
They do. And then one of my favorite steps in this phase, step 25.
Tell me.
It's about making time for writing. Like actually blocking it off in your calendar and treating it like any other important appointment.
Blocking off time. Oh, that's crucial. Most people just say, I'll write when I have time. But we all know how that usually turns out.
Totally. Consistency is key. Now, are you ready to finally get to the writing part?
Hit me with it. What wisdom does Karma have for us in the write it phase?
Okay, so step 26 focuses on that all-important introduction. How to really hook your reader from the very first sentence.
Oh, the hook. That's so important. What else?
Oh, and she has this great piece of advice in step 31. Don't edit while you're writing. Just get the words down first.
Silence that inner critic. I struggle with that all the time.
Me too. It's like we're giving ourselves permission to make a mess and then clean it up later.
Which, conveniently, is the next phase. Refine it.
Right. So what's next in this refining process?
Karma is all about cutting the fluff. Step 36 encourages you to be absolutely ruthless in getting rid of anything unnecessary. Make every word count.
Kind of like decluttering your writing. I love that.
And then step 39 is about getting some fresh eyes on your manuscript. Beta readers, peers, anyone who can give you some objective feedback.
Oh, feedback. Essential, but sometimes hard to swallow.
Definitely. But it can make all the difference in the final product.
So true. And that brings us to the end of, the first 4 phases of Karma's roadmap. We've covered a lot of ground, from dreaming up your book to actually getting those words on the page.
It's impressive how much detail she packs into each of these phases, but that's just the beginning.
There's so much more to come.
Stay tuned as we explore how to make this masterpiece shine and get it out into the world.
Have you ever felt lost in the maze of book ideas, searching for the one right idea that resonates with your true voice and your audience? Hi, I'm Carma Spence, and I've written a few wrong books on my way to the right idea. I remember the countless drafts, the doubts, but every misstep got me closer to the right idea. Now I've decoded the process for you. Let me introduce you to my latest book, available now on Amazon. In it, I share a simple 3-step process for identifying the right idea for a book that will be best positioned to attract your ideal clients. Using this process, you'll be able to move forward and create a quality book that makes an impact with authenticity. Join me on this journey. Let's make your author dreams a reality. It all starts with an idea by Carma Spence, available now on Amazon.com.
Welcome back. Ready to dive back into Karma's roadmap?
I'm ready. Where do we pick up?
Well, last time we left off with refining the manuscript, right? So now it's time to get into the technical stuff. Edit it and polish it.
So this is where we make sure it's really ready for prime time.
Exactly. And Karma doesn't mess around. Step 43 is all about hiring a professional editor.
I was kind of hoping she'd skip that part. Editors can be expensive.
True, but it's an investment. A good editor can really elevate your writing.
Yeah, you're right. They can catch those mistakes we miss and make the whole thing flow better. What else is in this phase?
Oh, remember those visuals Karma mentioned way back?
The charts and stuff, yeah.
Well, step 47 is all about double-checking those, making sure they're clear and placed properly.
Makes sense. You don't want them to distract from the text.
Right. So once we've got our manuscript sparkling, it's time to tackle the publish it phase.
Okay, now this is where I start to get nervous.
I get it. It can be overwhelming, especially for first-time authors.
Tell me about it. So how does Karma break it down?
Well, first, she has you choose your publishing path. Traditional, hybrid, or self-publishing.
Whoa, lots of options. How do you even decide?
Karma lays out the pros and cons of each, helping you figure out what aligns best with your goals.
Oh, okay, that's good. What happens next?
Then it's all about research. You need to look into different publishing platforms like Amazon KDP, Ingram Spark, all those.
And then formatting, right. Getting the manuscript ready for paperback, ebook.
Yep, it can get pretty technical, but Karma's roadmap walks you through it all.
Yo, that's a relief. Oh, and the cover. Don't forget the cover.
How could we forget the cover? It's the first thing people see. Karma reminds us to really scrutinize it for any errors. You'd be surprised how many slip through.
I can imagine. And the book description, that's got to be good too, right?
Absolutely. That's your chance to hook potential readers. You have to make them want to dive in, like a movie trailer.
Ooh, yeah. You give just enough to make them curious.
Exactly. Then comes the pricing. You have to find that sweet spot, fair for you, but also accessible to readers.
Pricing is always tough. Okay, so then we finally upload the book.
Almost. First, you get a proof copy.
A proof copy. Why?
To review it one last time, it's your last chance to catch any errors before it goes live.
Oh, got to be thorough. Okay, so then we hit publish. Deep breath. It's out in the world.
It's a huge accomplishment, but Karma doesn't stop there. The next phase is launch it.
Okay, so this is where the marketing kicks in.
Right. It's all about spreading the word. Karma emphasizes having a pre-launch marketing plan. Leveraging your social media, email list, website.
It's reading that buzz.
Exactly. Then you formally announce the launch. Make it an event.
Celebrate. Pop the champagne. Okay, what's next?
Amplify it and leverage it. That's where we really take things to the next level.
Oh, interesting. Tell me more about this one.
This is where your book becomes more than just a book. It becomes a platform for achieving your bigger goals. Karma wants us to tap into our networks, collaborate with others.
So it's about expanding your reach beyond just book sales.
Yes. Think speaking engagements, workshops, even companion products like online courses or something.
Whoa, that's a lot to think about. It's like a whole ecosystem built around your book. We've come a long way from that first dream it and define it phase.
We have, but the journey's not over yet.
Okay, so we've launched our book into the world. What's next? How do we make sure it doesn't just, sit there on the virtual shelf?
Well, that's the beauty of Karma's roadmap. She takes us all the way through to the amplify it and leverage it phase. Remember, this is where we really make our book work for us.
Right, so what's step 1 in this phase?
Let's see, step 70. It's all about pitching speaking engagements.
Speaking engagements.
Yeah. You've written a whole book on this topic, so you're kind of an expert now. Why not share your knowledge on stage?
Oh, I see what you mean. It's like using the book as a platform to build your authority.
Exactly. And then there's step 71, creating companion products.
Companion products, like what?
Oh, things like workbooks, online courses, maybe even a membership community, stuff that complements the book and gives readers even more value.
Ooh, that's smart. It's like creating a whole ecosystem around your book.
Exactly. Oh, and speaking of expanding your reach, Karma suggests building an email list. You can offer bonus content or a free download in exchange for signing up.
Ooh, that's a good strategy. It's a win-win for you and the reader. Okay, what else?
Well, step 74 is a small one, but I think it's important. She says to add author to your professional title on social media and your website.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. It kind of legitimizes you, doesn't it? You're not just claiming to know stuff. You've actually written a book.
Right. And then this one's fun, step 75. Create workshops or webinars.
Workshops. That's a cool idea. It's like taking your book on tour, even if it's just virtual.
I love that. And of course, Karma talks about collaboration, partnering with other authors or influencers to promote each other's work.
Cross-promotion. Smart.
Yeah. Oh, and she has some good advice about submitting your book for awards and creating a dedicated landing page for it on your website.
Keeping it front and center.
Right. And even after the launch buzz dies down, she says to keep promoting it consistently.
Got to stay top of mind.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Oh, yeah. Step 79. Repurpose your content. Turn your book into blog posts, podcasts, videos. Get creative with it.
It's like getting multiple lives out of your book.
Exactly. So as you can see, Karma's roadmap goes way beyond just writing and publishing. It's about building a platform, a legacy.
It's about making a real impact with your words.
Absolutely. And all this for the price of an email address. Not a bad deal, if you ask me.
Definitely not. So there you have it, folks. A sneak peek into Carma Spence's Write Book Roadmap. 82 steps to publishing success.
Or at least a great place to start.
Exactly. We've just scratched the surface, but hopefully we've given you enough to pique your interest.
Go download that checklist and start mapping out your own book journey.
And who knows, maybe someday we'll be deep diving into your best-selling book. Until then, happy writing.